We have a quadratic equation that's made up of a trinomial. In other words, there are three distinct terms to it. All the terms are on the left-hand side, not including the equals, because we don't think of that as being a term. So we have three terms all on the left-hand side of the equals sign, and we can start to factor that. So we begin factoring trinomials by drawing two parentheses. The letter this time is B, so we put a B in the left-hand side of each. The number on the end here is 4, so we look for the factors of 4. And the factors of 4 are 1 times 4 or 2 times 2. Now, we're going to look at this sign, and that sign tells us that the factors that we choose, the factors must, because it was a minus sign here, they must subtract to give whatever the number in the middle was. In this case it was 3. Okay, so 2 times 2 and 2, so if you subtract those, 2 minus 2 is 0. 4 and 1, if you subtract 4 minus 1, you'll get your 3. So these are the correct factors. Okay, those are the correct factors. So we're going to go with 4 and 1. Okay. The next step, of course, is to choose what sign should go in front of the big number. And always, the first sign in the problem is what goes in front of the big number. So that always goes with the big number. So that's a minus there. Okay, so we only have one thing left to do in terms of getting factors, and that is to figure out what the sign should be in front of the 1. So to do that, in case you've forgotten, to figure out what the last sign in your problem should be, you look at the last sign in the question. So to figure out what the last sign in your answer should be, you look at the last sign in the question. It was a minus. A minus means you need different signs. Okay, the signs in parentheses must be different. Signs in parentheses must be different from one another. Okay, from each other. Okay, so we used a minus already, and now we're saying the next sign has to be different because the last end is a minus. So if we had a minus here, and they have to be different, we need a plus here. Okay, so those are your factors, and what's different this time is that you have the equal 0. So let's keep that equal 0. Okay, let's keep that equal 0. Now, those are the factors. Okay, so the factors of the expression on the left of b squared minus 3b minus 4 are b minus 4 and b plus 1. And previously that's all we had to do. But this time we're asked to solve. And that means find what does the letter stand for? What does the letter actually stand for? What number does the letter represent? And to do that, what we'll do is we'll take each of these. So there's your first factor, b minus 4, and put it equal to 0. Remember, we talked about this before. This method of putting things equal to 0 only works if the right-hand side is 0. Okay? If the right-hand side is 0, you can't put one factor equal to the other side. You just can't do that. The only time you're allowed to do this is if you have a 0 on the right-hand side. So we have b minus 4 equals 0, and we have b plus 1 equals 0. So put both of them equal to 0 separately. And now our job is going to be to find out what b is in each case. So in other words, just get b on its own. So you look at this and say, if I want b on its own, what's on the wrong side? And obviously what's on the wrong side if I want b on its own? Negative 4 is on the wrong side, so move it across. And remember, when we move things across an equal sign, they change the sign. So it's going to be b is equal to negative 4 moves across and becomes plus 4. So 0 plus 4, 0 plus 4 is just 4. And the other one here, we have b plus 1 equals 0. We want b on its own. So to get b on its own, we have to move plus 1 out of there. So move plus 1 across to the other side. And that gives you b is equal to, remember, change sign again. Don't always write this down, but when something moves across the equal sign, we change its sign. So plus 1 moves across and becomes minus 1. And we didn't have anything, we had 0 over there. So 0 minus 1 is just minus 1. So those are our two answers. Okay, b is equal to 4, b is equal to negative 1. And what that means is if you were to go back and put either of those answers into the original expression. So let's just do this. This is just a checking form. Okay, it's not something that I necessarily want you to do, but remember what the original was? It was b squared minus 3b minus 4 equals 0. Well, let's put in the 4. 4 squared minus 3 times 4 minus 4. Well, 4 squared is 16. Negative 3 by 4 is minus 12. Minus 4. 16 minus 12 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So this side is equal to 0, which is what we predicted. Okay, we wanted that to be equal to 0. Let's do the same thing with b equals negative 1. Okay, sorry about this. B squared minus 3b minus 4 equals 0. And now we're trying to, with b equals negative 1. It will be negative 1 squared minus 3 times negative 1 minus 4. Negative 1 squared is positive 1. Minus 3 by minus 1 minus by minus is plus 3. Minus 4. 1 and 3 is 4. Minus 4 is 0. Which again is what we said. So that's just confirming, just checking that these are our correct answers. Okay, these are the solutions. B is equal to 4 and B is equal to negative 1. And in general, you will get two solutions for each of these. Okay, it's possible that you only get one, but generally you'll get two solutions. Okay.